People have died in the name of that flag, only for you to reduce it to a sexual scenery. No, why record? What is the end game? Is it to go to OnlyFans and make money? Because if you are just recording and it would have no use and later come back to bite you, then with the greatest of respect, that would be the dumbest thing anyone can ever do. Well, if you're wondering why I am saying this, it looks like in Equatorial Guinea, we have found the King Solomon of our time in the person of Baltasar Engonga. Apparently, he's the Director General of their financial intelligence in Equatorial Guinea, and he was found with over 400 sex tapes involving wives and sisters of high-profile ranking members of the government. Kingsley, you know, this scandal has brought to the fore a very interesting conversation about public decency and why record.
Charlie, to start with, the man was wrong. On all levels, he was wrong to have recorded those sexcapades we are made to believe. I read some tweets, I've seen some images, but it is very, very, very wrong. I don't know the laws in Equatorial Guinea, but in Ghana, we know that recording is a crime.
Yeah.
You distributing it or sharing it on any form of social media is also a crime. But how did we get here?
Right.
There are some basic things we need to address. See, it is a man involved in a sexual encounter with over 400 women, but it goes way beyond that. Why am I saying this? We live in a country or in a, let's say in a global village where in corporations, people are being harassed day in and day out. We are talking about this guy not because he has slept with over 400 women, but the mere fact that he has actually disrespected the country and the office he occupies.
So he disrespecting the office he holds. This is what is bringing about this whole brouhaha.
Exactly. And you and I, so you and I, if we decide to do something in our private capacities, no one cares, right?
Right.
We will hear about leaks or know about leaks, but no one really cares. But if you are in a position where your decision affects how someone's life would go, even in a country or even that small space or corporation you head, then it becomes a problem.
I agree.
I agree. As a leader or someone as powerful as this man is or was, as we are made to believe, I am not sure all these women consented to it. We don't know. We all don't know the circumstances with which they all ended up sleeping with him anyway. But as a leader, when you are leading people and you can even have sex in your office, which is not your company, which is not your private office, but a state office, imagine the country is having issues with him on some serious issues like having sex next to their national flag. And that is a huge disrespect.
I think that concern is very genuine. It's very genuine because people have shed blood for that flag. People have died in the name of that flag.
It should be upheld with some respect.
Exactly. Only for you to reduce it to a sexual, escapade, sexual scenery. No, I mean, we can do better than that. And for me, why record? I always ask those who record their sexual escapades, like, what is the end game? What is it to go to OnlyFans and make money? Because if you are just recording down and it would have no use and later come back to bite you, then with the greatest of respect, that would be the dumbest thing anyone can ever do.
Someone might say this is not related, but I always say, let's contextualize it in our country and in our setting as Ghanaians. Obi de na aba. You see, obi about you say share. Now so why there?
What say you told you?
And fancy would you know for about you say yes. Right. So it comes back to the socialization of how our parents socialized us growing up. We are not expressive when it comes to sex or anything sexual. You and I can attest to the fact that growing up, when there's a kissing scene and you are watching a movie with your parents, you literally have to find something to do or
you
hide.
have to go and tell that I want to iron the car.
And people are bottling up their sexual adventures and desires. And so when they become this powerful, also, let's flip the coin. Some became aware or they were exposed to some of these sexual desires early in life and they were not stopped.
Yeah.
So now that they have money, they have the power, they can control what can happen to you. Imagine you are working with such a guy and he says, if you don't give in, tomorrow you'll be sacked. Or you'll be where you are for the next 15 years because you haven't given in.
Yeah.
And there was a group photo where we had like 10 women and all of them. So you are in the office and you're feeling special. But you don't know that all of you are on the same level.
Yeah.
So I'm coming down to us not being socialized well when it comes to sex. So some people bottle it up. And now they want to express it because they have the money.
Yeah.
They don't report to anybody. They don't have any parents chasing them. So they might record it as part of their adventures or their desires they have kept in them for a long time.
That was why I was sharing the joke earlier that, you know, because you can't even speak to your parents about sex and all of that. And then maybe you are watching TV and a sex scene comes. Now out of frustration, you say, I want to go and iron your car and all of that. But you know you can't iron a car, you wash a car. But that given that, I'm saying that, how is it that over 400 women were able to be on a tape, being recorded while being shunned, right? Now, where is the fidelity from these women? Because I believe these women have husbands. They have people they are loyal to. They have people they have to answer to. Where are all did they not consider all of these things? Because I think it would be very unfair to place the judgment only on the doorsteps of the man. I believe these women too. Where is their fidelity?
Bro, I am not quick to judge people when it comes to moral issues, and especially the things of the body and the desires of man. Like I said, perhaps this man is very, very, very cunning. Maybe he can con you without you. See, some people, that's their expertise.
Okay.
You have people, if they set their eyes on you, they are not using juju or anything. But if they set their eyes on you and they say, you, I will get you and I'll make sure I sleep with you. There are men who boast like that. Let's not kid ourselves.
Okay.
There are men and guys who boast and they can do it because it's like something they've done over time and now they have the expertise in it.
Yeah.
But for these women, let's not condemn them entirely because we haven't heard their side of the story.
Okay.
If for nothing at all, the office space one makes me think that not all of them would willingly be involved in a sexual experience with a man. Because if you are dealing with powerful people, you might not understand until maybe some of the ladies come out to tell you some of their experiences.
Right.
See, imagine this. Your mother is sick. Your mother is up for a surgery. You need 10,000 Ghana cedis. Your boss says, let me sleep with you for 5 minutes. And that's how they make it look. Oh, it's just some 2 minutes something, 5 minutes something, and I'll give you anything you want.
Right.
Would you give in or not? Similarly, a prostitute who you are judging is doing it because maybe she needs the money to save maybe a family member's life. But this is the case where the women involved are married to high profile people. Yeah. So it is far from the harassment I am saying, and it is moving from what I'm saying to the man being a very, I don't know, I think he's a con man. Like, I can't, or he's a sex addict, like simplicity.
Right. There are other conversations like that too.
Yes.
And another thing here in our jurisdiction, of course, it is a crime to actually spread sex tapes.
Yeah.
And even to watch it is also a crime. And what people are worried about is that if the security was able to go into his things and then grab his things, how is it then that these tapes leaked? Because their leaking hasn't done good to anybody, be it the man and the wives of the high-profile government officials. So I think the security apparatus didn't handle that so well for allowing all of the, because They are hurting over 400 families.
Sadly.
You
and
know,
it's a serious matter.
It's very serious. And another thing that this brings is that, okay, this is a man clearly has achieved a lot in life. This is a man who is in a position where he is well-to-do.
Yeah.
And now people believe that when you've attained all what you are looking for, now new desires fester, new desires crawl in. And in that...
Bro, you have 6 children.
So
Such a beautiful family. And you know,
this man really like the thing.
What hurts me the most is your wife's photograph.
Now
Being shared across the continent. In fact, the world.
It's
for doing nothing wrong, just because your husband decided to follow the things of his body and go and do things that will just bring disgrace to these little ones, the woman. How are their mental health even now that the thing is out?
That's very serious. But what do you make
the pregnant woman there, if for nothing at all, that pregnant woman there, they should question her. Hey!
But giving that, of course, a sex addict.
If she's your wife, you should find her attractive. But she's not your wife and she's pregnant. No, now I'm beginning to think the guy is into some occult or something.
There's that possibility. But what do you make of what netizens are saying, that these sex tapes have actually exonerated him from being accused of rape?
We can't rule that out entirely.
Okay.
Rape is not just being in the act of someone consenting. Before, during, even during, the person says stop, you have to stop.
Yes.
And if the person doesn't care where you are, if she says stop, you have to.
There's no winning for our brothers.
And now you can't independently also go and arrest him because, one, he didn't leak it. I don't know about their laws, but for instance, if it's in Ghana, he wasn't the one that leaked it. It was on his laptop. You are doing your investigation. How did it go? So let's not, like you said, the security people must answer some questions. So if you are investigating me and you find something that is very personal to me, and some way, somehow it gets out, are we saying that because we are so bent on judging the guy in terms of morality, we should also leave the legal aspect of the people who investigated, the leader of the investigative team and all the members who conducted that investigation must also suffer some consequences? Because when you did that, it is not just in Engonga.
No.
It is the Equatorial Guinea. For a long time, that is what we are going to remember them for.
I agree. Absolutely, totally.
Lastly, what people decide to do in their bedroom is none of anybody's business.
Right.
People are doing worse. But don't record, because now this device, you can't trust this device entirely. Similarly with laptops and other gadgets. But as a people, we are so bent on people's bedroom lives that we leave what we are supposed to do. Imagine. Look at how happy people are discussing such a, for me, it's very, I don't want to use the word stupid, but it's very nonsensical that someone's bedroom escapade is the talk of town. We are all happy when you go on Twitter, come and see the people are jumping around.
Negative news sells fast.
Bro.
Yeah, so
mind your business. And in that case, when you are doing it, don't record. That's all I'm saying.
Mind your business. In that case, don't record. And for me, all I want to say is that for a man with such an office should have the greatest of discipline to hold such an office and to be disciplined enough to conquer his sexual addiction. Let us know what you think in the comment section. And whilst you're doing that, don't forget to recommend this channel to a brother, a friend. Till we come your way next time, have a great week. We're out.